you telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep, last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. Oh my god. It looks cool as shit though. I just don't believe it. Well, according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do, it doesn't mean it struck here. Where? On what part of this bridge did it hit? It doesn't look like anything got hit by lightning. It's really obvious when something gets hit by lightning. Fuck your weather data. I see, this is a very detailed weather report. Fucking fake news. Eagle Mountain weather data for February 7th. Snow, with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, around 30 minutes past between the fire starting and going out. Fake news. That's what I fucking say to your weather data. Weather's fake. Fuck it. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Yeah, was someone over here? Oh, we got that information from the witness's testimony. So someone just happened to be standing by the bridge when it got hit by a bolt of lightning. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge. Who's this witness? Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. Are you fucking kidding me? You moron. Oh, cold. You know anything? Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Don't ask me such tough questions. It's not something to be proud of, a detective. What can you tell us about the victim? There's a lot we don't know about the victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't even know anything about her. We don't know anything about her. It's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author? Oh, bet it was just one of those things, you know? She probably never expected to get so popular. What about Iris? I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she? Nope, can't be. We did a database search with her fingerprints and came up with nothing. See. I just can't shake this nagging feeling. Well, everyone knows that you are quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you went to Dumpsville when you were younger. No. Detective, where did you hear such nonsense from? I didn't hear from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir. Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? I don't doubt it. Nothing new. Actually, I probably should examine. Let's examine this phone. Hey, it's a public phone. You don't see a lot of those anymore. That's true. Well, since we've got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento? No, detective. Well, sure, why not? Oh, darn it, I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir. What's so special about public phones? Why is he so fascinated by them? So this is the bridge Wright tried to cross. Pretty reckless if you ask me. I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here. Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now I see how he managed to win cases in court. Blind luck. I think dumb luck suits it Wright just a bit better. Let's go ahead and move to the main gate. Oh, that snowmobile has been used. It was covered in snow earlier. Yo, Edgy, what took you so long? And that actually is probably gonna be something that's gonna come up important. Because this thing was parked after 10:50 p.m. Which would be after the bridge was struck by lightning. After it was parked, I should say. So that's why snow didn't accumulate on it. Do I have the autopsy? I don't have an autopsy yet. Fuck, I need to know the time of death. No, it's actually going to be kind of hard to tell in the cold, but it happened. If the police got here soon enough, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm so cold, my brain's turned to sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Well, it's going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. Now I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. Hey, wait a sec. Hold it. Objection. What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and... What kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's a Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth defense attorney just sounds plain weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Dude, Edgy, I don't see you for a couple years, and your heart turned to sherbet. I'd say more like a sorbet. It is rather cold here. Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did it. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one. Even for the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton to Wright, that is. Because, fuck that, I don't want to deal with that. Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent is because you want to fuck her? Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer. I've not... Oh, this is awkward. This is really awkward because I can't say literally anything in response to that because I may or may not have said literally that exact phrase. So I cannot say he's stupid. I physically can't. I was right after all. I should have never come back. No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest. This is so bad. But a penny for every time he said that. It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. Yes, an iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much. Know what I mean? Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Oh, forget it. I didn't say anything. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry? What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? What? Get lost. Go back to your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep. I hope your plane crashes and you die. Wow, fucking what? Well, that's just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? Not more psycho logs. As I suspected, a psycho log. I actually really like that he calls him that. It's funny. I'm sorry, man. You know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude. Let me examine that snowmobile. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains. Say, this just gave me a great idea. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. I've got an idea for a brand new invention. It might even make me rich. Invention? Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. You can call it a snow car. So, what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride on something like that? Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. I just wanted. Let's present him with Iris. Hood. Hey, I know I may not look it, but I'm not an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif. Wow, the fact that he said that. He didn't even give it a glance. Iris. Come in your pants when you see her. I have a feeling that she's hiding something. Could be. After all, she's shy and gets embarrassed pretty easily. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Why not? Look, I know all about this kind of thing. Come on, Edgy. You were a guy once. Lots of girls are like Iris. You know, I'm right. You know I'm right. Well, you must certainly seem to have convinced yourself. Man, I love shy girls like her. It's just so cute. You know what I mean? No, I actually don't know what you mean. I think it's absolutely an absolute turnoff. I'm sorry. I need some backbone. I need some spine there. I want someone to hit me. Not in that way though. It metaphorically hit me. And I do like the little Edgeworth shadow or outline. Still doesn't seem to others. I see. Still doesn't listen to others. I see. I guess some people just never change. You don't know it. Oh, she is. What's her? I still can't believe it. She was such a great person. But someone's pinning this murder on my sweet little Iris. Please, Edgy, please. I'm counting on you. Well, frankly, I was hoping you could give me a little more than that. Oh, well then. Got it, I'll draw you a portrait. How about that? Still, you're kind enough to offer, alright? I'm just gonna say fuck off. Hey, well there, so how are you feeling? Shitty. Alright, I suppose, huh? Who is this? My name is Miles Edgeworth. My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... No. Please don't call me boy. Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you. Oh, snap. But I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Gumshoe, you asshole. Well, yeah, found her. Now. What can I do for you? Oh. I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy. Mr. Edgeworth. Is that nun-sister bikini? She's the witness. I actually hate you, Gumshoe. I actually hate you. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? That's exactly why your salary keep getting cut. My stomach's already growling in protest. So, what's the latest, about my beloved Iris? Well, first I want to hear what you know. First, I'd like to ask you about the night of the crime. Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. She must be talking about Maya. So, approximately what time was that? I suppose it was about 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch. Oh, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. No, but your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Please, stop. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason. Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must have been past 11. No, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor little heart. Calm down, lady. Let go of my tie. I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword. Yeah, that looks like Iris to me. Like, stop, 100% that's Iris. Except it's probably not going to be, because it's probably, like, they're gonna probably be different people. Iris and Dahlia, that is. Like, it's gonna be like, oh, she's actually my twin sister. Because I always have to deal with twin sisters. Fucking always have to. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. I would have called the police. I don't care. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom. I could definitely see me doing that. And I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. I'd be pretty shocked too. I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural? The young girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is I've got a bad lower back. A bad lower back? Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple alone. Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? Did this head even see Iris? I think I'd better try to get some more details. So, who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple? Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course. Special course? It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about this, that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you. She's dead. Oh, I swear to God. Oh, I don't like the sound of this. Do you know the small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister. Yeah, little Pearl. I'd carry around. Maya has a little sister? Oh, you mean little Pearl? That's Maya Fey's cousin. Little Pearl? I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after cleaning up dinner. She's actually a mystic? But I haven't seen her at all since last night. She's nowhere to be found. You mean she was with the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back. The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As I say, the plot thickens. Let's go to the courtyard. Oh. That looks bad. That looks real bad. Oh, this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, Detective. I'll just have to look around. Can you please leave me the fuck alone? Looks like the police are still investigating. Oh, yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask, just to be sure. Are you really going to defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I give her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitments. Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, Detective. You can tell me everything. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out of it on its own. Roger, sir. I'll know exactly what you're saying. Very well, Detective. Thankfully, his diary of the mouth is permanent. Oh, shit. No, I don't care about you. I'm gonna investigate. So the sword from this golden statue is actually the murder weapon? It sure is. It's called a shishito. By the way, nasty piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood? Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the shishito, too. Fingerprints. Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant. Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon. I don't think that's actually the murder weapon, though. Like, if you look at it, I don't have it yet, it's just so unwieldy. Is it even sharp? What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for right? Is this what it's like to be a defense lawyer? Yeah, I figured it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. Like, if you look at it, it just doesn't look like a murder weapon. It just doesn't. It's so impractical. Why would you use that? Instead of like a fucking kitchen knife. It just makes more sense to use something normal. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff. That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Duxham. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh, yeah. Well, listen to this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes, what? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. I will tell everyone about this. All right. The truth is, when I was a kid, I don't care. I wanted to be a wizard. That's fucking wonderful, Gumshoe. Thank you for enlightening me. But next time when something important comes up, just don't tell me about it. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me? Yeah, that's it. This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. I wonder if it's able to take a blow to the head. P.S. that gem thing is missing out of it. What about fingerprints? Are there any on it? Just the victim's. Yeah, there's a thing missing in it. I just love skiing. Also, there's a ladder there. You could easily climb that up and get over the wall and leave. Really, you don't, seem like the type. Well, what about the sleds? Sleds, nah. They're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Mr. Edward? Is the world starting to go mad? The main gate must be just over the stone wall. Ah, stone walls. I jumped over a few of these in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of, paucity of words. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night. There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight. Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill? How would you know? Because you can't eat regular food. Even though you should be paying your bills before you buy food, but whatever. Well, sometimes. The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise. Her entire past up until she won the writing award last year is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. It was still snowing then, because it was snowing until 10:50. Interesting. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon. The murder weapon. The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes. The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building. Okay. 2-story building. That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Miss Elise was staying in. Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. No. Definitely not that. But I don't know what. This is getting... Stab in the back. Well, you could get stabbed with a smaller blade, and then get stabbed with the larger one to overwrite that kind of wound. So it makes it seem like you were just stabbed with a larger blade. There's just no way that she was killed with that thing. It doesn't make sense to me. That's the problem. That all these different ways you could kill someone, it's like, no, I'm gonna use this. And leave you out in the open where you're gonna easily be found. Also, she noticed him, so why... This crime scene was set up with this... One second, I'm sure. It was set up with, like, this thing going into her while she was laying on the ground. How could that happen if what's-her-face ran up on it while the murder was occurring and she lets out a scream? Why would you still set the murder scene at that point? To make it more mysterious or whatever. At that point, you're caught. You gotta go. Or at least attack her. It's weird. It's a very weird setup, and I don't like weird setups. I like normal cases. I don't like this part. I don't know what to think.